Hey, my name is Infinality, and I just thought I would introduce myself to you as this is my first video on this channel, and also my first time speaking about this topic. I want to talk about the depression that seems to be so prevalent in today's society, and voice my experience and thoughts on it, as well as say that I feel the exact same way and completely relate to a lot of it right now, especially currently in my life. Like things feel very substanceless, and just every day feels the same essentially. I just want to start from the beginning. I not go into great detail, but give a light synopsis of how I was as a kid versus how I am now. As a kid, I was always a bit quiet, but I did do normal things like sports, gaming, hanging out, and just enjoying my days, going through life with bright eyes and just genuine interest and looking forward to experiencing new things and just genuinely being like, surprised and I guess I could say stargazed, or if that is even a term to use, when I did see things that amaze me. Now it's like the complete opposite compared to that. Now it's just like things don't really have any substance. Um, Everything just feels so unamazing and just boring or empty. Yeah, empty is the perfect word to describe it. Basically, things feel like they have no soul. Like I would say an example of this could be like how products are now. Like before, back then, I feel like products, like especially like video games, had like a level of soul and uniqueness to them. But in today's society, that also feels like everything is just a copy of a copy of a copy. And the existence of a product is more determined by corporate greed rather than trying to make something unique and distinguishable and amazing and a genuinely amazing experience. Like if you look at Black Ops 2 compared to Black Ops 6, like it is night and day. Black Ops 2, you could tell that was a game designed for people to have fun on and just genuinely be able to chill and have a good time and just enjoy like some relaxation time, or just even if you wanted to sweat, you could do that as well. But if you look at Black Ops 6, it's just a live service and a microtransaction fest and a game just dictated by an algorithm to completely dictate and control your experience as a player. Like SBMM has overrun everything, microtransactions have overrun everything, and kind of feels like that also infects other avenues of life as well. And you could also see it with like ownership of things. Like we don't really own anything. Like especially now, everything is like we pay for a license, which is could be seen with gaming as well. Like you essentially pay for a license to be able to play something rather than actually owning it. The only time where ownership actually existed was like when we could buy physical copies of a game and they would be completely under our control. We could play them whenever we wanted. We didn't have to be online to play them, and yeah, stuff like that. But as time went on and the way the world has got now, everything feels kind of soulless, kind of boring, kind of empty. The days just feel very quiet. They have no soul. They feel the same, and they're genuinely just not enjoyable. I don't even know how to describe them. They're just literally, it just feels like existing rather than going towards some kind of purpose. And I have tried to find a purpose. I don't know. Sometimes it is difficult because somewhere along the way there's some challenge that can sometimes just derail the entire experience of going to achieve the goal, or just completely ruin the experience of trying to achieve the goal, or just make it virtually impossible. Like one thing I was trying to do was start drop shipping, and I know it's oversaturated, but because of where I live, I can't get certain things like a social security number, and that's preventing me from even like trying to start something new or trying to actually do something, which just sucks because it's something that is out of my control, and I honestly hate it. And yeah, life just feels completely disconnected. People don't like, I don't know, people just seem kind of the same. They all kind of act the same as well. They're just reflections of the same over consumed content on TikTok and Instagram. And it's just kind of disappointing to see at times. I'm not saying everybody is like that, but a majority of people are like that. They are simply just mindless consumers. Well, not mindless, but you guess what I'm trying to say. Um, but there are the rare people who are self-aware enough to understand how the world is, and sometimes you could either persevere through it, or you could become a victim to it. And I say like being a victim, in my opinion, most of the time, well, through my eyes, if I was to become like a complete victim, would be working a 9 to 5 job. To me, that is like depression at its peak because I have had like a couple, and boy, were they not fun. And going to school and doing well in school, you always thought that once you put in the hard work, you will achieve whatever you want. But then slowly, as I came out of school, I started to realize no, school just prepares you to go to a job and take orders from other people. And most of the time, the job is not great. The job is simply a repetition. It's simply just a pattern of just doing the same thing over and over to further a company rather than yourself. Like you are literally just making money for somebody else's dreams, which sucks. And in most instances, the company does not care about you, and you are just a temporary asset or something. Not even asset, just a disposable property to the company, and they could just replace you from the moment anything happens to you that is not favorable by the company. They tend to just disown us or just skimp out and not provide like benefits or anything. They literally do not care about the workers. The only people that I really see making it in life is a pattern that I've also observed is people who have their own businesses or created something from their own doing and have, the capital being made through multiple sources of income as well as being in control of their own time and life. And I think that's like one of the best ways to live life is when you could live life on your own terms rather than obey somebody. But it just seems like in this world, it's just becoming more difficult and difficult to achieve such a dream because everything is insanely competitive or oversaturated, or there are just unforeseen challenges to people that are fortunate enough to live where I live in the world, which is not that great, honestly. But yeah. But yeah, that's some of the stuff that kind of makes me feel depressed right now. I'm trying to get through it, but yeah, I just wanted to say that the people who feel this way, you are not alone, and I also do heavily relate to you. Anyways, if you guys want me to cover more stuff like this, which I probably will, I'll just talk about random things on this channel. Let me know in the comments, let me know your experiences, and yeah, peace out, and have a great day.